We sold out.
Hell yeah.
We
Oh, yeah.
sold out,
There-
and yeah.
There it goes.
Teams.
There it goes.
Teams.
Your fucking teams.
Microsoft Teams. Didn't even work. I had to like open the browser version and browser.
What the fuck are you? Is this a new Embracer mode from Game Mess Decides?
No, this is wave race mode. Oh, my microphone looks hot. I'm gonna switch it, everybody. Oh, I bet I sound bad. Yeah.
On the screen.
Well,
Yeah, on the OBS. And now, do I sound better? Oh no, that's still hot too. Hang on, test. What is going on?
You're pretty hot.
You know what?
I don't want to say it.
Well,
too
thank
much,
you.
You know?
You know what? This might be
Go
an issue
over your
of. This might be an issue of me turning up my thing. On the very high end, am I clipping everybody? Do I have any clipping? Is there clipping? Clipping.
Just,
Now with the Embracer money, we
it might
can
help.
ask for better.
Clipping. All right, and then Mike is gonna be turned up a little bit. I'm gonna turn myself down a little bit more. Clipping. Okay.
They don't know what clipping is.
Thank you for your help, chat.
they seem confused and scared.
Yeah. Hey,
Like
there's Mike.
me.
So I can put his camera in here. Let's go. Let's do that.
Look at this. He worked on this. It actually looks different now.
It was actually, this is the first time I set it up, but I accidentally put it on the Game Mess Decides one, and I'm like, oh wait, we're doing Nintendogs tonight. So
That's funny. That's funny. I'm glad you gave yourself more work.
Yep. So I just quickly just copied a bunch of files over to Nintendogs instead.
No, it cost you hours.
Well, it cost me like a little bit of a headache in the middle of it.
Yeah,
We're losing
mad.
some frames. It's not my fault. It's YouTube, so just deal with that.
Yeah.
We're okay.
That MBS money is not paying for a better internet. Sorry.
Fucking Bracer needs to
has a first
pay up. Okay. All right.
My baloney has no name. My baloney's too hardcore for names.
Let's see. Oh, there goes all the frames. Oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Fuck them. How's that my
Fuck 'em.
fault?
Know the frames. Mike Minotti has a first
Daddy,
name.
chill.
Daddy chill.
What the hell is even that?
Fuck the frames.
Michael. No, should my cult name and cult land be Toculto or the Cult of Michael Minotti? I just sing it like that every time to myself.
What are you gonna do now? The Embracer owns Tolkien.
You could do Toculto of the Lamb, or it could be
What?
the Mike Illuminati.
Jeff, I gave you an either or.
Oh, okay. Then the second one.
I'm not asking for your like
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
then, well,
no- there's no creative
I've got
input
ideas.
here,
I'm
motherfucker.
smart.
already.
I've got
had two
ideas.
finger options. I was just asking you
I
which
was
one of my
skipped
brilliant
over.
ideas do you like more?
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Pull my back in.
Chef, give me a quick Naruto update, episode update, because I need to know if I'm up to date with you.
I'm like,
One of the ninjas fought the other ninja.
yeah, I'm like
the time.
one
Yeah,
or
I'm
two
so
episodes
funny.
into the second part of the
dismissive of
tuning
media. I
of the
don't-
Are you in
tuning
the
exam.
written test already?
I'm past we're past the written test. That's all been taken care of,
Shit.
and so we are into the survival test.
Motherfucker, you're so far ahead.
That's all right.
Wave
Race 64 is available. Cancel the podcast.
Yeah. During this podcast, I'm gonna watch.
Oh shit! Get it up, Jeff.
Download it right now. Okay. All right, everybody. We could probably start this show. Mike, what do you think?
Did you tweet?
Do
Jeff?
you have
No.
to start the show for real? Let's just. What if
Yeah.
we call it the
Yeah,
day?
but the faster I started, the faster I can actually play Wave Race 64.
I was actually very happy that guy included me in his disgusting meta.
Yeah,
memes.
it's pretty fucked up. Yep.
I'm glad that I'm disgusted by it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be.
Okay, there's that. I'm
You
supposed
meta.
to tweet about this. Podcast.
Start the show until 100 likes.
Daddy, chill.
Daddy Cho. What's
I
that
love
from?
when Total's ass.
What's Daddy Cho from?
That is, it's a meme. It's a video. It's a video of a. I don't know. A dude comes to the house and there's a party going on. And he's all yelling, and it's just a random dude with long hair shows up and says, "Daddy, chill."
Daddy Cho.
All right,
He
everybody.
is like-
He's right. We're not starting the show till we get
What the hell
100
is
likes.
even that?
Yes, y'all better start liking, or I'll just sit here and
Oh,
talk
you're
about
so
how I
annoying with your
don't like
likes.
anime until we get
Oh
going.
man, it's just being
You know
real rough over here, and I just don't know if anything would fix it.
The frames.
Yeah,
Frames. Can you change like the server?
I
where you're
did,
shooting
I
the
did, and
video to?
I did. It's still doing this. I mean,
Were you the reason why the audio was out of sync earlier on?
No, it's definitely Jan's broke ass computer. We need to get that man a new computer. Yeah, I mean, it's not his fault. He didn't build the computer. Alienware did.
I don't know. It feels like you're blaming him.
I'm blaming him for not standing up for himself and saying, "Get me a new computer
fucked
now."
up. You're talking shit out my homie. Jan.
I will say, if even
Anyway.
I am building computers now, I think anyone can just build their.
Well,
own
he could
computers
definitely.
now.
Yeah, we just need to send him the parts. He needs to just.
You know what's the funny thing is, so
Someone
far
lie
my
to me.
favorite.
Is Wavery 64 available or not?
It is. Everyone's saying it is on Twitter. It's there.
I probably just didn't update this application.
And so far, my favorite game, and there by far, has been Pokemon Puzzle League. I played the shit out of that.
All right, we're gonna go for it. Well, let me try one more fucking thing. Let me see here.
Try that one more thing. There's one more thing.
And
There's one more thing.
Damn, boy.
I told you I don't like that one.
I don't care. This is my artistic.
Gross.
No, it's
I like fried
if someone
chicken.
says they
I
don't
don't
like
wanna
something, we
start-
stop it here, and we respect their
That's-
wishes.
That's right. I don't want to start associating fried chicken with me taking a nasty whiz.
That's
Don't
fair.
you think it's cool? Don't you think? Her input is.
Cool?
Yeah, she said. I think that's pretty cool at the end.
No,
You know what?
she's-
I'm just
I-
gonna turn
I
down the
don't think
bit rate
it's
and
cool.
hope for the best.
I don't think it's cool. I think it's
That man is
uncool.
dead.
There you go. See, there's the classics always work.
I'm gonna
Yeah. Oh, Nintendo even said it's out now. Holy shit. Jeff, it's been a long time since I played Wavery 64. This will be fun.
Ray Racer.
This is you being a bad person. I mean,
Calm down.
checking for updates, downloading. Okay, all right, let's do this podcast. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, everybody.
Okay, this.
If we lose frames,
go
I'm
watch
sorry.
this
I'm probably not
anime.
going to acknowledge it, unless it like completely breaks. In which case, I'll just probably stop the show and we'll record it offline. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, we'll come to that.
I doubt it'll
Do you
come
have
to
the
that too.
music?
Listen, like who are you? Who are you to talk to me this way?
Just asking.
Decide.
Just asking questions. You know.
Oh, that's going through the completely wrong thing. All right. You guys might
Yeah,
hear
I'm
it. You
gonna-
might not. I don't know. You guys hear it?
I don't know. We're still rushing on this shit. It's just on fire already.
I don't hear it. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing for Christmas. Mommy and Daddy are mad. I will get nothing for Christmas.
Input is
I
chat.
ain't
Output
been
is.
nothing but bad. Oh, I've been bad, Jeff. I've been real bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've been a bad boy.
Oh, no, no.
All right. Let me fix the routing real quick.
Naughty boy.
I'm a pirate, suck my dick. Yeah, I heard me saying it. There it is.
There you go.
Yeah, the intro should just be me saying, I'm a pirate, suck my dick. That's our new intro.
Yeah.
We
Welcome to the
start.
podcast. I'm a pirate. Suck my
Welcome to
dick.
pirate. I'm a pirate, suck my dick.
All right.
Hitman.
Okay. Let me bring up this, and then I'm gonna hit
Oh, you did
record. I think we're doing better on frames now. Anyhow, I'm choosing to believe that.
Yeah,
Anyhow,
I haven't seen
Yeah,
anything
look,
in a while.
yes, that changed. Whatever you did.
I turned down
It's
the bit
helping.
rate.
It helped.
5, 4, 3. It's the internet. You're busy. Let's do this. Welcome to the Game Speak Decides podcast. This is the podcast where we decide everything about the world of games so you don't have to think for yourself. I'm your host, Jeff Grubb. With me is...
Mike Minotti.
In today's episode, we have news. Weird echo. There's an echo. All right. Well, where's it coming from? I mean, who could say? Who could say? Let's see. All right. Let's figure this out. Okay. Does the echo come when I'm talking?
Why is it every time they do a show, it feels like the first time they ever done a podcast?
Because I don't know how to save profiles on my computer, and I just like wing it every time. Okay.
It's just the music. You can continue.
It's just
It's okay.
You really?
You watch just the music.
Just the music. How could that be echoing?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Continue the podcast.
All right, everybody. Well, this is a show about video games, I suppose. We're going to talk about them. Mike, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm fantastic. All we do is win, Jeff. All I do is win.
Yep.
Things are good. You know, we had our redemption on the arcade pit. I got to play a Mega Man good. One of the answers to the questions was Star Tropics. That made me feel good. There was that bullshit Final Fantasy 14 screenshot I couldn't identify, which made me upset, but that's okay, you know? There's a little bit of that going around. You were bad at Marble Madness when I thought you were good at it, so
let's be real. I wasn't bad. I was okay.
No, you weren't.
Listen,
You did
okay.
awful. You died at that same spot like 10 times.
The fucking, it's like, they put like the track and it like goes off the screen, but then if you hit the side of the screen, it's like,
yeah.
when we're going to bounce you off. It's a piece of shit game. Fuck you, Mark Cerny. I said it.
We really need to like track down a copy of Kuru Pin or whatever Game Boy Advance and just like gift it to Tam.
Yeah, hell yeah. I wonder how much that game is. I bet it's expensive.
It's probably expensive, but you'll be so happy to get it.
Yeah, we got the holidays coming up. We'll make it happen.
But check out the arcade pit. That's on Giant Bomb because we had a good time with that. We've been playing some Fortnite, Jeff. It's been a fun time. I got a lot of GameCube games came in. A couple of listeners reached out and kind of helped me fill out my collection a bit. So I've got all this new stuff to play. I'm pretty excited about that. I was especially excited. I got Capcom versus SNK 2 on the GameCube.
Ooh.
So
we're getting a lot of W's. The only thing we lose is a lot of American dollars when we spend money buying old video games. That's it. That's the only thing we lose.
Yeah, but those will be worthless in like 10 years anyway. The
That's true,
GameCube
right?
games are only going to go up in value.
Yeah, that is the basis of our future economy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Right. It's like how the old economy is based around shells or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the shekels of the future.
Yes, that's cyber shekels. No one knows where they came from. They're these tiny little discs. They aren't DVDs. We don't know what they are. It's like, oh no, it's GameCube discs.
Actually, I remember in Barkley Shut Up and Jim Gaiden, just an incredible game. The currency was Neo Shekels.
Yes.
And every time Barkley talked about Neo Shekels, I always thought it was funny. There was some like kid who goes up to him. I think it's the signature line from the game. It's like, "Excuse me, sir, could you please spare a Neo Shekel?" And Charles Barkley says, "Sorry, kid. If you can't jam with the best, then you slam with the rest." I think me and my friends said that line to each other for about 8 years before it got old.
Yeah, I mean,
now it's time to bring it back.
It's time to bring it back because it doesn't feel old at all right now. Nothing has ever felt fresher to me than that line right there.
That's exactly right.
All right, well, we'll get into more Neo Shekels here pretty soon. But first, I want to thank you for joining us. You can get more from Mike and me by joining the Discord at GameMess.net. If you want to ask a question, you could drop a super chat during the show on YouTube. Thank you to Carlos Zayn, who's insane in the right music on YouTube for the use of our theme songs. We are on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, wherever pods are caught. Give us a good rating wherever you are listening and hit that like button here on YouTube. It helps people find the show. Thank you to our mods. Support us by going to patreon.com/GameMess. You can also hit the join button here, right here on YouTube. And that gets you access to the private channels in the Discord, the monthly Q&A, and our Jeopardy game, which should be coming up in the next few weeks. I actually put the one from a couple months ago live on the channel today. So if anyone wants to check out an old Jeopardy game, there's a new one up on the channel.
Yeah, awesome. I love when we do the Jeopardy games. Another thing I win at a lot.
Well, yeah, okay. Last two, yeah, definitely. You're on a winning streak with that. Fair enough. That you can participate in those Jeopardy games live when we record them. So if you join the channel, definitely look out for that. All right, Mike, we got some big topics. We should talk about these. We should talk about what's happening in video games, starting with The Lord of the Rings has a new rights owner. What the hell is going on here, Mike?
Yes, they got Embraced, right? That's the thing. Are we still making jokes about Embracer buying us? Like, Embracer bought my dog.
Yeah, I mean, now it's just, now it feels like a real threat, though.
Now it's not funny anymore.
No, it's not funny. It's strange and weird and scary.
It could happen to you.
So they spent about $770 million to acquire 6 different companies, 5 of which we know about. One is a fun mystery surprise.
That's a secret tool we'll need later.
Yeah. The biggest one of this group is obviously this Middle Earth Enterprises, whatever the fuck it's called. Basically, Embracer has acquired Lord of the Rings. Like, as a
They have-
property.
Yes, they have
It's
they own
theirs now.
the Middle Earth franchise. I guess like there's certain things like they can't publish the books.
Right. The publishing
Amazon's
rights remain with the family and HarperCollins.
right. And then like I assume Warner Brothers can still like they have the rights to the movies that they already made.
Yes.
Stuff like that. And then Amazon can make TV shows as long as they are of a certain episode count.
Yes. So 5 episodes or longer, it is now in the purview of Amazon.
Okay.
Everything else is now Embracer. That includes theme parks, includes games, includes movies. People are already talking about there's going to be Aragorn movies and Gandalf movies. There's going to be the Lord of the Rings cinematic universe.
At least do it about the blue wizards, you cowards. Like, again,
no, fuck that. Do? Fuck him. The brown wizard is obviously the one you make the movie about.
I thought so, but then he was kind of too. They made him too weird in The Hobbit, Jeff, and now I'm like not interested in Radagast the Brown anymore. I'm over it. I was all about Radagast, and then I actually got Radagast. I was like, actually, you keep that freak away from me.
Fair enough. I'm like, I don't remember what he did, but I'm just assuming it's fucking chickens.
He had bird shit in his hair all the time, and he like rode around on a sled that was run by giant CG rabbits, and I didn't like it.
Oh, I never saw those movies though. So
okay. Well, hey, look, if you want Radagast so badly, I can point you in their direction.
Well, not that badly. I don't want anything that badly to watch the fucking Hobbit movies. Go to hell with your 45 frames per second bullshit.
Oh my god.
This is I mean, I don't know. It feels like a signature deal for what Embracer has tried to do, which is it literally embrace everything and become so massive in terms of its IP library that it becomes a player in every way. One of the reasons this might have happened is that there's some question about whether WB is going to fight to try to keep the movie rights. They claim that they're making a movie and therefore the rights for the movies remain with Warner Brothers.
What movie are they making that they think?
It might be in the story, and I can't remember if I put it in any of these notes
weird.
or not.
Well, that's okay.
They're making some movie, apparently. At least they claim to be. Meanwhile, the Middle Earth Enterprises, whatever the fuck it is, said, "No, you're not." So we have the movie rights back now. And so like depending on whether or not the movie rights are with Middle Earth Enterprises or not, that fluctuates the price a lot. And so that might be why Amazon was like, we are actually not going to spend $2 billion to acquire this thing. And instead, well, who is going to pay us some money? Oh, this weird video game company.
Embracer.
But
they didn't pay $2 billion. They kind of got it at a discount.
They probably paid like 500 to 600 million, it seems like here.
And I wonder how much, like, I'm sure they want the film rights, Jeff, but I wonder if that's really what's motivating them.
No, it's the video games for them. That's why this makes sense still.
I think it's video games and theme parks. I think that they're going to license that stuff out. It's
everything though. Because they also have like a board game company. They have Dark Horse Comics, so there's going to be comics. They have
there's that Rohan anime coming out. They could do a million more things like that,
right? And then all that stuff could feed into theme parks. Absolutely, like someone's going to be looking for the next Harry Potter thing. Now you got to go to Embracer to make that happen with Lord of the Rings.
If you look at the site plan for that Universal theme park, I keep talking about that third one they're building in Orlando, the one that's going to have the Nintendo World. It's going to have another Harry Potter thing. It's going to be a Ministry of Magic thing. Next to that is their giant expansion pad that they basically created. In case we get the rights to a big IP, we can build a big expansion pad here. That sure could be Lord of the Rings. Or, there could be a bidding war between them and Disney for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the kind of, Disney built Pandora right before they had the rights.
Yeah, they've done that kind of thing. Now, these days, not so much. That's why I think Universal is more likely for that. But, could happen.
Yeah, I mean, what else do you think this means for video games? It's just so strange and so huge. It's hard to parse.
They just announced that video game. I feel like we talked about that last week, right? Like they are making something. Who was it? I forget. Somebody in the Embracer group, right?
Yes, I already forget who was making that Lord of the Rings game.
I think we already kind of dismissed it because Lord of the Rings games. You say Lord of the Rings games, Jeff, and I think of Gollum right now.
Yeah,
and I just hope we don't get a bunch of Gollums. I hope we don't get that. I hope that we really do. Because, I mean, look, nothing against Embracer Group. They do make a lot of AA games, and that's fine, but I don't want a bunch of AA Middle-earth games.
Yeah, was it Take-Two making
It was
like,
Take-Two doing it. That's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't even Embracer.
right?
Holy shit.
I mean, yeah, these deals work side by side, right? Where it's like this one thing's in talks while this other thing's in talks. So yeah, I mean, we'll see how that. Obviously, that deal is in place now, and it's just a deal that Embracer has with them. I don't know. I think that we are probably going to get a lot of stuff like golems.
Damn it.
If I could say that correctly.
They're going to bring back that Lord of the Rings MOBA.
Yes.
Hit big this time.
Yes, and then is Lotro still out there? Is Lotro still running?
Lotro is still out there, Jeff.
Oh yeah, do your thing, Lotro.
You could believe it. It can't be too much long. Well, the whole point was that it was like following like the actual journey of Frodo, and I think they're in Muldoon.
That little sucker is probably still walking. It's a long way. It's a real long way.
As GameCube Bilbo. Right?
No, GameCube Bilbo, one of the fastest men ever in the history of the world. So can't keep up with GameCube Bilbo Baggins. Overall, I think that this probably doesn't change much in terms of what to expect from Embracer going forward. They are probably still going to keep making more acquisitions. I don't think they're going to slow down. They're probably going to just keep at it. They got another one they're going to announce from this group. The other companies they acquired, let's see what if I have the whole list here. Limited Run Games, which we know as the company. Yeah.
That's interesting, Jeff. Yeah, that's the company that make a lot of like physical media, collector's editions, and merch. So that seems kind of bizarre. Although I guess didn't Embracer like brag about like they're starting a museum and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So like maybe like that's a big part of the thing is like tapping into nostalgia and whatnot. And this is
I think
just
a
merchandising arm now.
Yeah, it's like everything is going to be connected to everything under Embracer. It feels like so. Like Limited Run will just filter into that museum and probably do stuff with like Lord of the Rings stuff going forward as well. They'll probably like be repackaging old games and stuff.
Repackaging the Hobbit game.
Yeah. And repackaging like the old animated film or whatever. I bet people would like show up for that in a limited run capacity. Tripwire Interactive, which is the developer and publisher of Killing Floor and Maneater. Singstrix, this is a company that creates vocal effects technology for karaoke and gaming.
Okay.
Right. And then Tuxedo Labs, developer of the destruction game Teardown, which I really like. Teardown's a lot of fun. And then the secret game. And then the secret acquisition. Yeah.
Acquisition. Why do you think it's a secret? Is this getting announced at like Gamescom or something?
They said it remains a secret as part of like they said they have their reasons basically, like there's commerce reasons or something like that. So maybe
commerce reasons. So not hype reasons. So we probably shouldn't like think too much about. We already know that
it's the third or fourth largest of the deals. So yeah, it's not going to be. It's going to be like Singstress level, right? Like that, yeah, right around there. So, I mean, maybe it's another karaoke business. Yeah.
Well, wait, what's the second most expensive one then after Lord
I mean, they probably put it in order here. So I bet the second most expensive is Limited Run, and then I bet the third most expensive is Tripwire. So it's between Tripwire and Singstress. Singstrix.
All right. Singstress.
Yeah. So they, as part of this, Embracer also noted that they moved a studio from a AAA project off of that project and moved another studio onto that project. This is almost certainly to corroborate that story from Jason Schreier that Aspire Media has been moved off of KOTOR, the remake, and instead that is now being made by Saber Interactive. So it's almost a confirmation of that. I would assume that's exactly what's happening there. They said they needed to do this to make sure the game met their quality expectations. They also said it would not be, this would not lead to a delay, but it's like...
Really?
Yeah.
Well, a delay from what, I guess,
exactly. Right. A delay from what? Like internally, it's like they said they were going to expect this game this year. There is no way in hell that is happening. But if they mean no more extra delay on top of 2025, then yeah, I believe that. Sure, go to town. Do what you're going to do.
I mean... Okay, so I mean, I'm glad that maybe we're still getting this game, Jeff.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, is Saber Interactive super up for this, you think? I mean, probably more so than Aspire, I would guess, which again, it always felt weird to us because they seem to have no experience remaking games necessarily. Saber does make games,
yes,
at least from scratch, but it's like, you know, the Evil Dead game, things like that. Although it looks like they've helped on Halo and stuff like that. They did the Crisis remasters.
They ported The Witcher to Switch, so obviously they also have technical chops.
But that's very different from creating assets from scratch.
No, it is. It's very different, absolutely. But it also is speaks to their ability to, I think, solve problems that they might encounter. I don't know. I have more confidence in Saber, but not so much more confidence that I would expect this to be now a Blue Point level thing going forward.
I mean, if there's anything that Embracer probably really wants, it is their own Blue Point, because they do a lot of these remakes, remasters, and there have been kind of an okay quality, but not of a Blue Point quality. And something like KOTOR is really going to demand something of that level.
Nintendo of America president says the company is actively investigating recent misconduct claims. We talked about this on Nintendogs. I figured we would follow this up real quick. Here's what he said. We have and will always investigate any allegations we become aware of, and we are actively investigating these most recent claims. For people who are unaware, those claims are that basically women were treated in a discriminatory fashion, and many women were made to feel uncomfortable by other employees, and then when those women would complain, nothing was done. And then in other instances, people felt like they could not say no to certain Nintendo employees because as contractors, these women were being hit on, and if they got in good with those Nintendo employees, it might lead to better improvements in their career, because there was no other obvious advancement path at Nintendo other than getting in good with people who were already at Nintendo. So he goes on to say, we have strict policies designed to protect our employees and associates from inappropriate conduct and expect full compliance with these policies by all who work for or with us. We have and will always investigate any allegations we become aware of, and we are actively investigating these most recent claims. Please remember that our HR teams are here to support you if you have experienced, witnessed, or have witnessed anything concerning such behavior that is contrary to our standards of conduct, employee handbook, or company values. Please immediately contact your HR business partner. Yeah, I don't know, Mike. I'm kind of sick of these statements.
Very corporate-y, right?
Yeah.
It's like, look, with stuff like this happening, maybe we don't need the most corporate response ever to this, or maybe that's what they think they need because they're kind of tiptoeing and walking across wires here, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nothing there sounded super helpful, Jeff. I guess I'm still hopeful that on a human level, and this is not a human level, this is a very corporate level, there are people there who care about this and are going to work to improve this situation somehow or another. You can't really get the sense from this, though.
No, yeah, I would. If I was an employee in this situation, I read this, I would still be keeping my head down and being sort of afraid to step out, because it just doesn't. It just sounds like, hey, we go to HR so that you could be dealt with, not go to HR so we could stamp this stuff out, because we know how HR works, and it's no surprise. It's not like some revelation anymore that HR is there to protect the company. Everyone knows this. And so the fact that everyone knows this and Nintendo's still acting like that is the solution here, well, there's your problem right there.
Mm-hmm. HR used to be Drew Carey from the Drew Carey Show, but then it became Toby from The Office.
Right, exactly. And that was when it all went bad, in my opinion, Mike.
I agree.
Death Stranding's coming to Game Pass, at least on PC. At least that's according
to PC.
Oh, yes. Almost. No. Well, nothing. I don't want to say at least on PC. Like, if it's coming to Game Pass, only on PC for sure, 100%. It's not coming to Xbox. PC Game Pass said, "Hey, we changed the background of our image on Twitter because we liked landscapes." And then 5 minutes later, someone's like, "Here is this exact landscape, 100% one for one in Death Stranding." And so obviously, Microsoft is teasing that Death Stranding on PC is coming to PC Game Pass. Probably something that gets announced at opening night live at Gamescom. Very likely has to do with that trailer that Kojima was editing and that he posted on Twitter and said, "Hey, look at this project I'm working on." All that seems to make a lot of sense. And this is like, they put this game out on PlayStation 4. It was weird, and I think it had a small little backlash for being weird. And then it's gone on to sell 5 million copies across PlayStation 4 and PC. And that, for a new IP, out of nowhere to kind of come out and do that and be like selling as well. And that's before the director's cut. So I think since the director's cut, it's probably almost certainly done better.
That's half of Luigi's Mansion 3.
That is Final Fantasy VII Remake. And it's like it's exclusive to PlayStation and PC. obviously this is a game that has done pretty well, but also it has reached that point of its life where, okay, we can go to Microsoft and get a second payday here, at least on PC. Let's take it. So I wouldn't be too surprised. And also, Kojima now has an ongoing relationship with Microsoft. Yeah. The big question here, of course, was how is this possible? Microsoft is Microsoft. Sony owns Death Stranding as an IP, as a trademark, as the copyright. It's all them. So what is happening here? Well, Sony has sold the publishing rights on PC to 505 Games, or at least licensed it out. And so 505 seems to have free reign with how they're going to distribute the game on PC. And I don't think Sony can get in the way of that. That seems to be what's happening here. Still, though, does this surprise you?
I don't know if it really surprises me, Jeff. Not really. If it is just PC Game Pass, and with what you said, 505, I guess it makes sense. I guess the only thing that would surprise me is if it's just that Kojima is like making some extensive trailer and like teasing the trailer for just that. That seems a little weird.
I agree, but he's also done these trailers for opening night live, for the director's cut before and stuff like that. And obviously the director's cut was a big deal. I just wouldn't I think he likes editing trailers, for one. I also think that Microsoft would be like, hey, we'll pay you extra to help us promote this if you want. If you want to like get in on the marketing of this, I could see that happening.
Norman Reedus isn't cheap, Jeff.
That's a very good point. He's going to need all that money, and then he's going to need that director's cut. It's going to be his cut to actually edit the trailer himself. Absolutely. This is not going to happen with a lot of other games. Death Stranding is a special case, right? Sony was very involved in this game, but I also feel like they are a little bit at least cutting their loss. I don't want to call it losses because I don't know what the cut was for them, but they obviously don't seem like completely enthralled with it. All that said, 5 million copies. They might make a Death Stranding 2. That's been the rumor a couple of times. That wouldn't surprise me, but this is again, it's just a special case. No other PlayStation game is going to end up even on PC Game Pass, really.
Well, except for the show.
Right. Yes. Exactly. That's right. Another special case. Yeah. So yeah, Spider-Man just came to PC. Not going to end up on PC Game Pass.
No.
Yeah. All right, Mike. That does it for the big stories I wanted to discuss this week. Do you have any super chats so far that we can get to?
Yeah, I got a couple super chats here. Uriel Delgado says, accidentally fell asleep playing Cult of the Lamb. Woke up an hour later to no faith and 7 dead followers, and the game autosaves after each day. Fun. Yeah, that sucks, Jeff, but that's what happens when you sleep on the job, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think a real cult leader would ever be caught sleeping like that? No, that's why they all do speed and no-dos.
Yeah. Jeff, have you ever fallen asleep playing a game?
Oh, yeah,
that's
definitely.
Maybe it's because I've never had kids or anything like that. I can never come close.
I begin to nod off and stuff like that, and it's just like, oh, okay, this is bad.
I'm not a big nodding off guy though. Like I don't get sleepy during movies.
It's because you're robust and healthy, and I'm on the verge of death, so I'm just like nodding off because I
said this before, right? Like, it's why I don't drink coffee and stuff. Like I don't need uppers to get through the day, right? I need to slow everything down for me to feel comfortable. So I'm naturally just kind of awake and alert and like a little meerkat or something. Like I'm afraid.
Right. Yeah. Your body's like. Yeah, just so your body's like, hey, at one point you thought bears were going to come kill you at any point, like in your biological history. Yes, and it's like, no, you're just working at a desk now, body. Please calm down. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah, no, yeah, still terrified of bears. It turns out.
Yeah.
Next one here is from Achievement. Says the Bethesda PC Game Pass drop today was huge. We didn't talk about that, Jeff. I mean. There were a lot of cool kind of older school stuff. Quake 4.
Quake 4 is the one that stuck out to me, yeah.
That's the weird single player one they made after Quake 3 that people don't talk about very much. I mean, it was made by somebody, like it wasn't made by id, I remember. May have been made by Raven. I'm gonna check this out. Raven sounds right. Raven, I was correct. Raven Software made Quake 4, who made good stuff. I think they did the Star Trek Elite Force games that I actually like a lot. So that might be worth checking out. There were some of those like older Elder Scrolls spin-offs.
Redguard, yeah.
Redguard, stuff like that. So there's some other things.
Battlespire, is that one of the Elder Scrolls games?
Yes, I think so.
Wolfenstein 3D, Wolfenstein. What is this?
Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah,
which
and
one?
then Wolfenstein 3D, and then another one. I'm looking at the cover, and I'm not sure which one that is. Is this just Wolfenstein 3? Looks like maybe that doesn't make sense.
No Wolfenstein 3.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think there is a 3. And then
was it Return to Castle Wolfenstein? Because that'd be kind of sweet.
Yeah, that might be what I could just make it bigger. Yes, it's Return to Castle Wolfenstein. That makes sense. Okay, All
Get,
champions unlocked in Quake Champions. So
that's nice. We used to, in the newspaper class at high school, we would always download the multiplayer demo for Return to Castle Wolfenstein, which had one map. We would have to download it every day because the computers would automatically delete new files every night.
oh wow,
We would download it, we'd all install it, then we would just play local multiplayer matches during the newspaper class. Good times.
that sounds like fun.
It was good stuff. It was either that or the Alien vs Predator 2 demo. We played those two games a lot.
Let's see. Kojima's trending again. I always want to see why this time. This time it's just because some bullshit. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Any other super
I do wish there was more
sorry, go ahead.
Quake news at QuakeCon, Jeff, but
Yeah, me too.
QuakeCon's almost not big enough for this kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I was kind of like, hey, if something big happens, I'll hear about it. In the days gone by, it's like, oh, okay, so it's just kind of a fan celebration. That's fine. It could be that.
I guess like Beef Hammer brings up a good point where they had that really good Night Dive remaster of Quake 1. Would have been cool if they announced a Quake 2 remaster, but not yet. I'm sure it's coming someday. Achievement also says Borderlands / Lord of the Rings crossover Midlands featuring Ohio. Wouldn't it be hilarious if actually they just get Crystal Dynamics to make like a big AAA live service like
Ohio
again? No, not of Lord of the Rings now. It'll be just like the Avengers, but
yeah, Jesus
like
Christ,
with Gandalf and Strider.
Yeah, I think they'd have better luck just making a Cleveland game.
The Axiom asks, is Olimar an anagram for Mario L? Maybe I'm high. I mean, those letters are certainly there, but then how do we account for the L?
Well, I mean, it's if Mario lost, right? Mario L.
It's like the start of Luigi. That's interesting. I'm wondering about that. Maybe they tried to make a word with just Mario's letters, and like we need an L. We got to at least have an L in there. It's just nonsense. Oimar. Donnie Reese says, is Sunsoft bringing back Clock Tower? Jeff, that Sunsoft Revival, your favorite video game company, is supposedly happening.
No, it happened earlier today. I watched
it.
What? Yeah.
Oh, that was today?
Yeah, it was.
Well, why wasn't it in our rundown? Where was all the big news?
They're basically just kind of making a bunch of throwback retro style games. And then there's one point where it's all hosted by a VTuber, and I think the VTuber is one of the executives of the company. And I think he was very excited about being a VTuber. And then they would have a 2D sprite character pop up, kind of like the Toasty guy every once in a while. And while the VTuber executive host was like talking about the next game, that little guy came out and just said, Metroidvania! And then they talked about one of their new games that's kind of a Metroidvania. And that, cool.
This is where they announced that Gimmick is getting re-released, so that's good.
Yes.
Gimmick is a really good NES game that we actually didn't get in North America officially. But it's sounding like, Jeff, that a Clock Tower remake is maybe not exactly in their current ambitions right now, right?
No, it doesn't. No, they're all in on like NES style games right now. Yeah.
Yeah. JC asks, why haven't they made a Donnie Darko RPG? I mean, Donnie Darko is a cult hit, and it's like a really cult hit, right? It doesn't really have enough fans that they're gonna make a game of Donnie Darko.
No, it's
like they would make an Edward Scissorhands game first, and they haven't done that.
Like Gen Z doesn't even watch like Indiana Jones, and Donnie Darko was like the most millennial movie ever made. I don't think does anyone in Gen Z ever seen Donnie Darko?
I've never seen Donnie Darko even.
Well, there you go. Nick Turbo, have you seen Donnie Darko? This will be my test here.
That'll be our litmus test for this. I like it. Achievement back asking, between Death Stranding and MLB, I think Xbox is warming them up to put Spidey. Or do you think Xbox is warming them up to put Spidey or God of War on PC Game Pass? Seems like after a while, they'll get used to it. No, I think it's, again, just kind of about these very special circumstances Jeff was talking about, where, again, with Death Stranding, 505 has PC publishing rights for that, and with MLB The Show, the MLB has publishing rights with that, or at least co-publishing rights.
Mm-hmm.
Axiom asks, doesn't Capcom own the Clock Tower franchise now? That might be right. I'm not sure. Big shocker, Jeff. I was never a big Clock Tower fan.
Yeah. I never played Clock Tower.
If they own the rights to it, though, it looks like they helped develop at least the third one. They published the third one. Yeah, I think that's Capcom. They're not going to do shit with Clock Tower. Why? They got Resident Evil. They don't need to worry about that. I mean, they're not even bringing back Dino Crisis, which people are actually being loud about. They sure as hell aren't going to bring back Clock Tower anytime soon.
That's right. This Sunsoft thing, the thing that stuck out to me the most was this Iki Unite game, which looks like an NES version of Vampire Survivors, but with like more RPG-looking characters and cities and stuff.
Yeah. What sucks for Sunsoft, their best, or at least like probably their most successful NES game aside from Batman was Blaster Master.
Yeah.
Master Blaster, I can't remember.
Blaster Master.
We've already been getting a bunch of new games from Inti Creates, and they're great, but it's already happened, and they can't get in on that.
Yes,
so.
Yeah, for real. We don't need anything more than those games. Haburake is the Metroid-like game that they're making. So, it was released in North America for NES under the name Euphoria: The Saga. Does that sound familiar?
Sounds familiar.
Okay, yeah,
sounds almost familiar.
So yeah, coming back.
Jeff, that's it for Super Chats for now. Guys, if you want to send more Super Chats, we will read them before the show ends. If you are watching live, please do hit that thumbs up button. We really appreciate it. But, Jeff, I know we have a bunch of community questions to get to. Do we want to take a break first?
Yes, we do, everybody. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'll hit these Discord questions. See you all in just one moment.
All right. I'm going to mute myself. I'm tired of people commenting on me peeing.
Yeah, sure. Fried chicken, we get it. No, I think you're muted. If you're yelling at me, now we can't hear you. All right. So, let's see.
Well,
oh yeah, what's going on, Christian?
I'm watching the podcast and watching Naruto at the same time, and my brain is pudding.
I mean, I get it. That would do it. You know, that's all it takes.
I'm
a little bit of Naruto. Let's see. Can I bring up?
I'm escaping all around. Just as a refresher, you know.
Yeah, of course. I get it. I appreciate that. I love this Polygon headline. Classic game publisher Sunsoft will try again. All right, it's going to give it another go. Let's see. I'm bring it up.
What do we feel, Master Sunsoft?
So, well, what do we for, Master Sunsoft? So we can go up and try again.
Yeah.
Wipe it off and try again.
You gotta respect that.
As Aaliyah once said, Master Bruce. Okay, yeah, here's Sunsoft. I want to see if we can find Icky. Yeah, there we go.
Show the VTuber.
Hang on, we gotta turn this down. It's probably too loud. Actually, no, it's probably going the wrong way. This is I'll see if I can show the VTuber. But yeah, look at this. Look at this Vampire Survivor looking RPG motherfucker.
They're doing it.
I'm kind of like, looks fun. It looks fun.
Which one's this?
This is Iki Unite, the Vampire Survivor one, yeah.
Devil Survivor. Devil Survivor.
That's something very different. All right, let me see if I can find. Here's the VTuber. He's like, yeah, and I'm like, all right, you're excited.
Oh, I seen this guy going around. Now I know. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that was ew. He looks like a character from Pokemon Legends.
Metroidvania.
He said 3D.
He just looks like a Pokemon Legends Arceus character.
Yeah, he does. Yes.
All right.
Scheduled for release in 2023. Okay, all right.
I do Metroidvania. Do you think they tried to get the Batman license again? Do you think they even made a call?
I bet they told someone to make a call, and then that person's just like, I couldn't find who to. Yeah, did you make the call? Yeah, totally. No one picked up.
No one picked
That's
up.
what they did.
They said Batman was.
They said Batman. Yeah, they said Batman is dead.
Batman is dead. There you go.
Batman is dead.
And then they hung up. I don't believe him, but I'm too afraid to. There we go. Oh my God! Christian is now playing Soundpad. It popped up on my computer.
He's racing for it. All right, let's get back to it.
Yeah, let's get back to it. Let me see. What do I need? And what do I have? What do I need? I need this right here. Okay. Here we go. All right, let's get to these Discord questions, starting with One Up versus CPU, who asks, is Dave Mariner a meep? I will ask my daughter if Dave Mariner is a meep. I will say he's caked up.
Dave Mariner?
He is the big boy from Wave Race 64. You're going to find out about Dave Mariner. You're going to learn a lot about Dave Mariner tonight. Like you are.
Like learn intimately.
You are going to get intimately acquainted with Dave Mariner this evening.
I think that's the guy I used to play as because I like that he was fat.
Yes, he is one of the beefy boys. Absolutely.
Beefy boys.
He's got
cheddar.
Yeah, his control's a bit tough though. So like he like really
Alright,
digs
fine.
deep
I'll
into
play
the
as
water.
the sexy girl instead.
The Daisy of Wave Race.
That's right.
Epic Open World. Hey, Beefy Boys. Is it possible the undisclosed Embracer purchase could be a WB studio? They said it was for commercial reasons that it was not revealed, and there are WB studios getting ready to release games. Seems like...
I mean, none of them... I mean, there are some that would be cheaper than the rights to Lord of the Rings. None of them would be cheaper than Limited Run.
Yeah, not that I could think of.
Not NetherRealm, not
I mean,
Traveler's Tales.
I suppose without any of the rights, but I mean, this does not seem like a company that's going to buy a studio without getting rights to go along with it.
Yeah, so. They're all about they like rights more than they like studios.
Yeah. Ed asks, is Curse to Golf on either of your radars? A golfing roguelite that looks beautiful on the OLED Switch for a really good price. Played a few hours and can tell I'm going to be playing it a lot, and I'm not even the biggest roguelite fan. I have a code for it. I think I have it on my Steam Deck. I've not played it since the demo over the summer. I played it a little bit over the summer when they were doing like the Steam stuff. But yeah, I really, really love Golf Story. This is not exactly, this is more 2D and more like level based and stuff like that. So I'm like kind of like every time I see a golf game that reminds me of that, I'm like, I'd rather just be playing Sports Story, the follow up to Golf Story.
You're not gonna be playing that for years though.
I'm not gonna be playing that for a long time. So I'm definitely gonna check this out. I'll be playing it a little bit more, or than what I played in the demo.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, probably not. I mean, it sounds neat, but I got a lot of things to play right now.
Yeah, it is picking up too, and I'm like getting into a lot of different indie games, and I'm still playing Cult of the Lamb. So yeah.
Right. If anything, I need to try Cult of the Lamb. There's other things keeping me from that.
Soisuke, hey Mike and Jeff, I miss y'all. Hope you guys are doing great. This time I have a question for Jeff. Have you heard anything about when Call of Duty is going to reveal their premier Tarkov mode DMZ? Do they plan on doing that for their multiplayer reveal on the 15th? Thanks for answering. Love you, Mwah. Mwah. Thank you, Soisuke. And we miss you too. I hope you're doing well. I know you're busy. I think that they revealed on the 15th. Yeah, you're going to see it soon, I think.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't have my head super to the ground with the Call of Duty stuff. Wish Dean was here. I bet he knows, but
yeah.
I'm not.
And then, and that seems to be in line with what I think a lot of the Call of Duty leakers have been talking about.
They're definitely going to do it at their own thing. They're not going to like reveal it at Opening Night Live or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Although, wasn't there a giant Call of Duty thing actually at Summer Game Fest, wasn't there? We had to watch
it was part of it
for a while.
Yeah, but they do Call of Duty stuff all over the place for sure. So I mean, but I think when it comes down to this, they have something coming up on the 15th. They next month, right? Yeah, I think they'll do it. From Doc7, hello Mike, fake Final Fantasy 14 fan Minotti, and Jeff, Googling vaguely suggestive Roog the Bat sound clips Grubb. No, that just came to me. People brought that to me. They know that I needed it. I didn't have to go searching for it. People just understood I would need it.
I still understand why it's supposed to be her. I don't even remember what she sounds like. Maybe that's what she sounds like. I don't know.
It sounds like something she would want to talk about, though, for sure.
What did she talk about?
She was
like a double agent. She was like a spy.
Right. So she's like, she knows how to talk you up and like be impressed by your P stream. So
what a fucking weird character.
If Nintendo had continued with the cadence of Hyrule model, what Nintendo franchise and indie studio would you put together?
I would like Lizard Cube or somebody who's done something for .emu would be great to do. Just something with that 2D art style, Jeff. I don't know what. It could be anything. I want, that Wario and Waluigi game we keep talking about. I mean, if they made a Wario game of any kind, that would be good. Gosh, I'm trying to think like who would I want to make like a Star Tropics game basically. Although for some reason all the Legend of Zelda like those indie games, I never liked those nearly as much as like the indie Metroidvanias or just the indie platformers. The indie Zelda stuff never works as well for me.
Yeah, I'm like trying to think of like some like old NES games I would want. I'm like or like N64. I was thinking of Blast Core, but that's a Rare game now. But whatever, I'll say Blast Core and the Tearaway dev use the Tearaway. I'm sorry, Tear Down.
Tearaway. That's
the tear down mechanics of like voxels and stuff, but with all vehicle based destruction. I would like that. Let's see. And Doc7, thank you for pointing out that Mike Minotti is a fake Final Fantasy 14 fan.
Shut the hell up. Okay, they took the screenshot was literally. It was all you could see was the Rathalos from Monster Hunter, and he was in a sci-fi setting. I even thought Final Fantasy 14 was like, well, I know Rathalos is in Final Fantasy 14, but this looks nothing like that. It turns out because they took the picture in the Nier raid that they had.
Oh my god, what a weird video game.
No, yeah, it's something.
Jedi Moss 4. After Xenoblade 3's successful launch, Monolith Soft has already said while 3 is the conclusion of the story they started in 1, the series will continue past 3. Is it even a continuation of that story, Mike?
I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't want, without getting into spoilers, there's connecting.
Sure,
they're more connected than, say, like, Final Fantasy 8 is to Final Fantasy 7, where there's no real connection aside from the fact they both have chocobos and a guy named Sid.
Okay. What does Monolith end up doing next, presumably on the next Nintendo hardware? Do they go back and try to port Xenoblade X, or go even further and try to remake Xenogears or Xenosaga, or make something completely new?
I mean, I think that they almost certainly will port Xenoblade Chronicles X. I mean, in between 2 and 3, they kind of remade 1. I'm sure that's what is going to happen next. We're going to get X. And then they'll work on the next thing. Maybe it won't be Xenoblade Chronicles 4, Jeff. Now maybe it'll be like, I don't know, Xeno Shoes 1. Something else is going to get Xeno
So yeah,
pants.
Xeno more things. Absolutely, Xeno pants.
It's time to Xeno. We already Xenoed Gears and Sagas and Blades, and we had to add the word Chronicle after Blade for some reason. I don't know why Xenoblade wasn't good enough on its own, but we did that. So it's time to Xeno something else. I mean, I think that Xenogears is going to get remade. I don't know if Monolith Soft itself actually gets to do that or will be doing that, right?
Right. Yeah, they could. Yeah, they should probably just be working on something big and new, I think.
There's other people who can remake Xenogears and kind of finish up that last chapter even. Like they can come in and, I don't know, help me. But I mean, that would be Square Enix, who owns Xenogears, and then Monolith Soft's owned by Nintendo. And they've, obviously worked with each other before. So it could happen. But the Xenoblade Chronicles X is certainly next.
Let's see. From Beefhammer, all signs point to Death Stranding coming to PC Game Pass, which means either Sony signed off on it since they own the IP, or their contract with 505 gave them free reign to do this. If Sony did sign off on it, what dirt does Phil Spencer have on Sony to get this through? He suggests that
he's just a nasty ass stanky pervert.
Yeah, and
I couldn't think of anything funny, so I just tried to say a bunch of words.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, Phil Spencer knows. He's got his people on it. He's like, I know that Jim Ryan really just loves to sniff his own farts and get in there, get his face in there. He's been practicing yoga just to smell his farts better.
It's the only thing that gives him dopamine anymore.
He says, did he threaten to cut Jim Ryan's Game Pass subscription off if he blocked it? There, that's also it. Yeah. Also, is it true that Tam is officially bad at all games after that arcade pit destruction? I mean, listen, I don't feel the need to confirm that myself. I believe the evidence is out there for you to judge for yourself.
He was fine at most games that weren't. He won at that. He won at that weird Arkanoid ripoff thing which was a good idea. With just awful paddle physics.
Also, that first game, like you and I don't think died the entire time, and yet
Darius.
Yes, Darius twin, and yet Gerard basically caught up after dying halfway through. And so about half the time he got as many points as me. And then he surpassed me after the buzzer. So it's like, holy shit. I don't know how he did. He was killing a lot more of the things on the ground than I was.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't think either of us are big shoot 'em up boys. So he didn't know what was up.
Oh, yeah. Nick Turbo, I am going to abuse my mod privileges. All right, moving on then. Okay, never mind. All right. And ask a second question this week. Hey, Jeff, oh, God, I'm going backwards, so we haven't read the first one yet. Hey, Jeff, oh, God, not another Nick Turbo question, Grubb. He's got it right. And Mike, seriously, not another Nick Turbo question, Minotti. I don't really understand and am kind of annoyed by the controversy over the graphics of the Mario Kart 8 DLC tracks. This was compounded by Digital Foundry making a video on it this week. Are there any gaming controversies in the past that you were apathetic to or straight up annoyed about? Yeah, I'm apathetic about this one. I kind of don't care when I'm playing the game. I don't notice all that much. I think yes, base Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is gorgeous. So many of those levels are incredible. It seems like the complaints are mostly about the mobile. I haven't even watched this video. I don't know what they're saying, but it's like the headline was the mobile tracks aren't up to snuff or whatever. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like that's kind of where I'm at with that stuff. I don't know. How about you, Mike?
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me. There's plenty of things like that. Like Puddlegate was a big one.
Oh yeah.
Going back super far, like Wind Waker, that didn't bother me. I thought it was weird that was a thing. Sometimes I was like, I'm super with them. Like the Mass Effect 3 ending being bad. I was like, yes, that ending was bad, and they should feel bad, and they should fix it. And then there was like the counter thing, like actually this is bad for art. You shouldn't change things. And I was like, nah, they should change it because it sucks.
Mm-hmm. Recently, I mean, there's so many. I think that it's like
it's hard to keep track.
Yeah, the $70 price on PlayStation games. It's like we had a conversation, and now people are still talking about it. I'm over it. People who somehow they still get upset about Game Pass, even though like you could just not subscribe to it and move on with your life. And they're just like, well, it's going to be bad for gaming. I haven't figured out how exactly, but just give me some time and I'll think of something.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like, okay, all right. Those people going back and forth nonstop is kind of embarrassing at this point. Let's see. From Jeremy G. We need a Game Mess fantasy football wager to make it more interesting between you two. Something like whoever finishes worse in the standings between Jeff and Mike at end of the season must stream themselves playing Balan Wonderland, and they must enjoy themselves. And they must, yes, he wrote Wonderland, so I'm gonna try to find that. It's the Game Boy version. And they must enjoy themselves. Keep rocking, gentlemen.
Wow, well, you can't look.
That's impossible. That's impossible here.
I mean, anytime me and you go up directly against each other, we can just come up with a bet right then and there. For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Are you doing this fantasy football league? I don't know if you got in or not.
I'm in.
Okay. All right. Cool.
What's my team name? I think I'm the Fendrana Drifts.
Okay, that's pretty good. I like that. We'll come up with something.
Yeah,
probably on draft day.
I mean, like I said, no, anytime me and you literally go up against each other.
When our teams face each other.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We can do it then. It could be multiple ones.
Sounds good. That sounds great.
Easier than like some league-wide thing we're gonna forget about.
Absolutely. But like I said, I'll put up so I'll go in the money in the account that we have set aside for things, and I'll put a little bit of money towards this thing, probably as prizes though. I'm probably just gonna hand you a $100 bill or something like that.
Tacky. Or
yes.
Illegal?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's a game of skill. So, Ogdo, hey there, Game Messerinos. It's been a while since the big GB shakeup. Right, the Game Mess podcasts have gone from comfy time slots to I should be in bed time slot. Still catch most of the stuff you do. Game Mess mornings is a delight at a comfy 6 p.m. local time. Anyway, dumb question, and I could swear it's been touched upon before, but since Mike is also a big fan like myself, what video game character would you like to see go up against Columbo, and who did they murder and why? Bonus imagery points for how. Imaginary points for how, excuse me. Keep on messing. Much love, Octo from Romania.
Man, I watched another Columbo this last weekend. It was great. Some guy murdered his wife and he went to his friend to help cover it up, and his friend was like a higher up in the police, so he Columbo worked for him. So it was really good. Columbo had to work around the boss.
Oh yeah, that one. That's a great episode. I love that. It's the one where it ends in the apartment, right? I think.
Well, it's funny because he saw the one where halfway through it, the guy who just helped cover up a murder also kills his wife. I was like,
yeah.
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess that's happening. Yeah. The question is, do we want somebody who's going to kill somebody cold murder, calculated?
Yes,
somebody who's
that's what I want.
Nintendo character is going to do it in a fit of passion. So you want somebody who's meticulously planning out a murder.
Princess Peach meticulously planned out the murder of Mario.
Daisy!
Daisy,
because she's jealous.
She's jealous of the booty. Yeah.
She's jealous, well, I mean, of everything, really. Let's be honest. Daisy's just better in every way. She's tired of it. So it's a Tanya Harding situation, definitely. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. He's gonna hire somebody to break her legs on the soccer course. Except breaking her legs, kill her.
Yes, murder her. Right, fully.
Yeah. And then she's gonna do her own oh, I'm Princess Peach and don't have any character and I'm just nice.
And how does she do it? She poisons a cake, right? She poisons a cake.
Oh yeah, Peach. Yeah. She's like, I baked you a cake.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing weird about that.
Yeah, it's an arsenic cake. He's like, no, let me ask you one thing. We did the autopsy, and they found arsenic in her stomach. Now
they found arsenic in strawberries. Yeah,
arsenic in strawberries. Now why would arsenic be in a cake? I just don't understand that. So scratching his head.
Obviously, been working on your Columbo. Very good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Bowler, hey, Embrace Boys. Next week is Gamescom. Is there anything from the show you hope gets announced or you want to see more of? And if Dwayne Johnson doesn't tell us to enjoy your gaming at the show, are we allowed to enjoy our gaming? No.
Keeley might actually try to redeem that moment by paying for another The Rock cameo where he's making fun of himself. That
Maybe.
Could happen actually.
It could.
I almost don't want it. No, leave the memories alone. I have set my expectations very low for Gamescom, Jeff.
Yeah.
I refuse to hire them. I have no hopes.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think the stuff that we're getting teased is pretty much what we're going to get. Maybe a handful of other things, but nothing that's going to rise to like some super high announcement level. No way.
Like, I don't know. Yeah. Nothing. I got no hopes or dreams.
Yep.
In general, I'm 35 now.
Yeah, for it's all over. It's definitely peaked. Vision
all I
49.
got is Columbo and GameCube. That's gonna be the name of my memoir.
Columbo and GameCube. That's why I would read it. Vision 49. Hey Jeff, not the butthole part, Grubb. And Mike honestly believed we were getting an Echo the Dolphin game in the year of our Lord 2022 Minotti.
God damn it! There's something about hyenas. Somebody tagged me or whatever that game's called.
Yes, that's right. Hyenas.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah. Well, never mind. I won't say anything.
No question. Just want to say thank you both for keeping the game mess moving full speed ahead, even as you both of your content schedules fill up. They are a highlight of each week. Yes, absolutely. We appreciate you showing up. Everyone keeps watching the show, so we'll keep doing it. From Hosp, hey yo, messy boys. I'm very excited as the Pokemon World Championships is being held this weekend over my side of the pond in London. Should be a good blowout for the final tournament with Sword and Shield. Are there any competitive tournaments that you guys follow?
I don't watch tournaments too much, Jeff. I was watching like Overwatch League a little bit that first season, but not a ton. I like the speedruns. I like the speedrun marathons. That's kind of where I get my kicks, really. That's what I like to consume.
Yeah. I'll watch speedruns. That's it. Kind of where I'm at.
I would have liked to have watched Evo this year, but I was really busy that weekend.
Yeah, I occasionally enjoy watching Evo, and I like watching the Smash stuff when they do it, but only I like the big tournaments, and I'm not going to watch every little Smash thing.
Next year's Evo presumably will be great because it'll be the first Street Fighter 6 one.
Yes,
right?
it'll be a huge thing, absolutely. From Delta Prime 84, hey Beef and Cheddar boys, my friend started streaming Fortnite, and now he's wrote me in as someone that has recently started streaming Fortnite on Giant Bomb. I was wondering if Jeff has any tips on how to build properly in Fortnite. Yeah, you play no build mode. I mean, that's what we're doing. Yep.
Back when I did build, you want to just make sure you have all those build buttons bound to keys really close to you. I used to not even have reload on R. I had the slanted build thing on R.
Oh, you could do that?
Yeah, because that was like the one you would want to build the most, the ramp, because you would build ramps.
Right, you get up high places, yeah.
Right, so, and then like Z, X, and C were some of the other ones. And I think I had reload on like, I don't know, some like V. I had reload on V because it just wasn't as important as building if you're playing build mode. But yes, I'm also having fun doing no build mode now.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to play build mode. So no, I don't have any pointers for you. Yeah, I know. I did not like it. Bench JC, hi Fortnite esports pros. An attack from an alien force puts Earth at risk. The government has decided to abandon Earth, but there is only one way to distract the aliens. You have to give the alien leader a game franchise, and however long it takes to complete that entire franchise, including spin-offs, is the time you have to prepare an escape planet Earth. Only the alien leader will play the games, and his minions will wait for him. Now, what franchise buys enough time to save the human race? My gut instinct here is Final Fantasy, because of Final Fantasy 11 and 14.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I mean, there's already a lot of RPGs, and then Final Fantasy 14 alone, if he's just like playing through the main scenario.
And there's all the spin-offs, yeah.
I guess if you say just Shin Megami Tensei,
yeah.
like that's a lot. Also, it's a lot of hour-long JRPGs, and there's a lot of spin-offs that people like forget about. So like one of those two, I think it's. I mean, you say Mario, that's just a zillion games, I guess. Right? Mario. All the Mario games. Like,
yeah, right. Yeah, every spinoff there. That's a ton. Yeah, that's a good point.
Maybe if we give him Sonic, though, he'll just grow disgusted and leave.
Right. He'd be like, this planet has already been defeated. We have no point to be here.
This alien race, Sega, has already enslaved and demoralized these people.
Right. Okay. They got here first. They have rights. Dibs.
That wouldn't be super shocking if it turned out Sega was a bunch of aliens.
Nope. No, if I found out that the original creator and programmer of Sonic the Hedgehog was an alien, makes perfect sense to me.
You mean Yuji Naka?
Yeah, I mean that's who they claim. I mean Yuji Naka could be a Yuji Naka suit. You don't know. It's just a little alien in there.
Man in Black thing. Like,
yeah,
Elvis,
exactly.
Elvis isn't dead. He just went home.
Yeah. Billy Hatcher Porks.
Speaking of Yuji Naka, what the hell is this?
I don't know. Here we are. Dear Pepperoni Pals. A mutual friend of yours has inherited a small fortune and has now made their lifelong dream of owning a bar a reality. They have now tasked you in making each other's signature cocktail. What they need from you is ingredients, name, the kind of glass it's served in, Love you and all that you do. All right.
That's fun. I'm not a giant cocktail fan unless it's special occasions and vacations, and then I'm all of a sudden all about it. Jeff would have some kind of a hippomata, a Mai Tai, because he's been doing the Hawaiian shirt thing.
Yeah,
So
sure.
something tiki-ish. So it'd be in a tiki glass that's made to look like it's like a Wario tiki.
Yeah.
And, it'll have orange bitters and like guava juice and pineapple juice and rum. Just the most generic tiki shit ever. It doesn't matter. The glass is the important thing, and it'll be called the grubby Mai Tai. It's the grubby Mai Tai. How about that?
Yeah. Mike's would just be like in a highball, and it would be I don't know, a bunch of blue shit, and it would it'd probably
the
be
Trottini. I already have a cocktail.
Yeah, well, it'd be like the Blue Bomber or something, but that's just Mega Man, so something Mega Man involved. I don't know.
Can it be in an E-tank then? Is that the glass?
Yeah, there you go. Yes, the Mikey tank. There we go.
Oh, the Mikey tank.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good.
There we go. We got it.
The Mikey tank. I don't. Now I
It's
want
right
a
there.
Mikey tank.
Yeah, that could be an emote for you.
Mikey tank. Yeah.
Fluffy Cloud Gamer, the world is ending. But oddly enough, you could stop it by killing 3 gaming franchises. One from each of the big 3, Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony. The only rule is that it must be a franchise that has had a game come out in the last 5 years. What do the Beef and Cheddar Boys do with this responsibility? P.S. I don't know if this prompt has been done before for this podcast, so apologies if this is a repeat. I don't remember it.
No, this is pretty good. Can we kill off Donkey Kong Country in Revenge? Because I just keep getting...
When did Tropical Freeze come out?
Well, the port came out within the last 5 years. I don't know. You made another poll with is Tropical Freeze better than Crash Bandicoot 4, and Crash Bandicoot 4 lost. Oh, that was gaining ground, and then you ended the poll because I think that you were worried that
I just set it up like I was hoping like just you would respond, and I'm like, oh yeah, of course, all these assholes are gonna get in there too.
So, but that made me... No, I wouldn't get rid of Donkey Kong Country. I like those games. From Microsoft, I think I could get rid of Gears of War pretty comfortably, Jeff. I'm quite over that.
Me too. Yes, easy.
Quite over that.
Yeah.
Sony, that's interesting.
I mean, I would get rid of like some of the ones I don't care about, but probably The Last of Us for me. I'd be like, yeah,
there's
easy.
A part of me that there's a part of me that wants to get rid of Last of Us for their own good.
Yeah, right.
I think they should stop they should stop franchising The Last of Us.
Yes.
Leave the memories alone there. So we'll say The Last of Us or PlayStation. Nintendo, I don't know, because even when they're bad, I'm like, oh, maybe they could save it. They could bring it back like Yoshi. They've done, that's what we've been talking about, how I don't like the Yoshi games anymore. But I'll be like, no, we can fix it, right?
Right. I would probably say something like Yoshi though, not Kirby. There's no way I'm gonna get rid of Kirby.
Like Yoshi.
I do too.
There's gotta be something. Gosh, there's gotta be something that has been bad and has kind of always. I mean, I'm not a big Pikmin fan. I would get rid of Pikmin.
Yeah, you can go fuck yourself.
At me. Yeah, people. I know that's very not a cool thing to say, Jeff.
No, it's uncool. Very uncool.
I know. No, not Animal Crossing. I like Animal Crossing. I like Smash Brothers a lot. I like a lot of things a lot. What the hell?
I would probably get rid of, the Wii Switch Sports.
Oh, that's like 2 games. That really count as a franchise. I mean, 3 games, I guess, with Resort.
Yeah, Resort,
yeah. Franchise. But that's a boring answer, Jeff, and you know it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just looking here.
It's not in the spirit. It's not in the spirit of things. You can't get rid of WarioWare. Paper Mario, I guess we can just get rid of now, right? Like, they've ruined it. We can get rid of Paper Mario.
All right. Goodbye, Paper Mario. You will be missed.
Yeah.
All right, let's from Laushin. Hello, gents. Hope all is well. Jeff, hello, gents. Hope all is well. Jeff, put pubic hair on that glizzy Grubb, and Mike GameCube Bilbo Baggins Minotti. Bag. Yeah, there we go. What would be your ideal Team Asobi video game? How do you manage to find the energy / motivation to do a side gig after 40 to 45 hours of work a week? I am mentally drained. P.S. Jeff, the unfiltered thoughts are great. Mike, thanks again for getting to answers on The Last of the Nintendogs.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I felt so bad I forgot yours for a second there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably harder for Jeff than me because I don't know. I'm usually kind of good to go for a bit here. It's actually harder when we were doing it like right after the workday, just because like I get so tired and it's like I don't have a break. So I think it was a good thing we moved this later.
Yeah, I just it'll be nice
fun.
once the school year really gets going, and I can be like, no, you kids absolutely have to be in bed at this time, and I can feel better about stuff. But for the most part, it's just like I like doing this stuff. It's a good time. The community makes it like you guys are very interactive, and so it's like we get a lot of feedback, and that makes it like I want to put the energy in because you guys put the energy in, that sort of thing.
Right.
But yeah,
it's fun hanging out with Jeff. Honestly, we get some money from it these days. So
exactly. Yeah.
What the hell? Why wouldn't I like it anymore? It's good stuff.
Yeah, the only issue for me is just like, sometimes I'm like, oh man, I've been away from the kids all day, and now at night I'm away from them again. But like I said, it's 10 p.m. right now. They're in bed. They should be in bed anyhow.
That's another reason why we had to start doing it later. It was kind of hard for Jeff to bed. I worked a full work day, and now kids don't leave me alone for another 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we had to.
That's right. But what was the other? There was another.
What would be your ideal Team Asobi video game?
I just want a full version of Astro's Playroom. I just want that, but longer. Like I'm sure the next game is going to be a VR game, and it's still going to be very good. But I would like it almost more if it wasn't that. I would like it more if it was actually just more of like a pretty pure, just normal 3D platformer, just kind of building off of that Astro's Playroom stuff. But even the VR version is going to be fantastic, and I can't wait for it.
I that's exactly what I want. From the Uncharted Wolf 5, hey Grubbachino and Mike Minotti. I've been ranking every game I've beaten this year for the first time, including non-2022 games, and I've reached 41 games, the most I've gotten this far in a year. Please roast my taste in games through the top 5 of my favorite top 5 of this year. So these are games he's beaten this year. Portal 2 is number 5. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc's number 4. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance number 3. Live Alive at number 2, and number 1 is Elden Ring. I mean, this is a pretty respectable.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't played the Danganronpas yet.
Me neither.
That's the only one. But that sounds right. Portal 2 was really, really good. I might put that higher than some things. Although it's also like somehow it feels like that's aged more than like even a Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance somehow. In some weird way, right?
Yeah, it may be like aged even more than like Portal 1 in ways where it's like Portal 1 is like this like such a slice of a small game that just you could just beat so quickly and it just like comes and goes. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to disparage Portal 2. It's a fantastic game, but
yes, of course.
I really like Live a Live. It's going to be in my top 5, I think. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. I was a giant fan of it. Nick
Turbo. Hey, Jeff, brings Mike on podcast. Oh yes, here we are. We found it. Hey, Jeff, brings Mike on podcast to make himself look smarter, Grubb. And Mike, there are children dabbing in my honor, Minotti.
That's right. I was telling. So when I got my booster shot, Jeff, or my COVID shot, I think, and I like took the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
I think I did a video of it. Like Nick Turbo made a video and like said this is in honor of Mike Minotti, and then he dabbed afterwards. My friends found that, and this was like before like they ever saw anybody like make, I don't know, like, you know, fan content for me. So they were all just like, what the fuck is this? Why is there some child taking a Band-Aid off in honor of Mike and then dabbing? And they were all very confused and thought it was very funny.
I bet they did. It is very funny. Oh my God.
Funny.
Thank you for that, Nick Turbo. Let's see. I was playing some games on Dolphin and realized that the Spider-Man 1 and 2 games were made by Treyarch. Treyarch and other Activision studios are now Call of Duty makers. Do you think Microsoft would allow these studios to make their own non-Call of Duty games, or will they still just be Call of Duty factories? Would anyone in these studios even want to make non-Call of Duty content, or has anyone with that drive left these companies years ago?
I mean, there are some people that can maybe break away from that.
Yeah, not Treyarch.
Like Raven could maybe, and maybe Toys for Bob.
Not even Raven. Not with Warzone.
You're right. Not Warzone. But definitely not Treyarch. Treyarch and Infinity Ward are stuck in Call of Duty land for a very long time.
What was the last non-Call of Duty game that Treyarch made? Was it that James Bond game?
It was that James Bond game, I think I was supposed to say.
Quantum of Solace?
Quantum of Solace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was that. So, yeah, I mean, there it is. Oh, look, it's everything is a double-edged sword, right?
Yes.
You got very, very steady work there with that. But you're also kind of making the same thing again and again, and maybe it's hard to find your passion for that. I don't know. I don't want to speak for anybody.
From Dugan, hello, Deciders. What is your favorite collectible in a game, and or what was the most satisfying collecting achievement you earned in a game? I don't know.
I do like collectibles. I mean, the stars were good. When I finally did the 120 star run of Super Mario 64 and I got up to see Yoshi, that felt very good. I also felt very good when I got all of the moons in Mario Odyssey recently. So that was good. I don't talk about cat shines, but the stars and moons were very good. All that stuff in Ash's Playroom was great. I loved how it was all like PlayStation references. I was like, yeah, PlayStation like does have a vibe. Actually, I'm into it. This is a lot of fun.
I like jiggies. I like collecting jiggies and all the other stuff in Banjo-Kazooie. Yeah, I've always said this. The collectibles in Banjo-Kazooie 1 specifically are all really satisfying to pick up. They make good sounds and stuff.
I got one of the GameCube games I got was Star Fox Adventures. I remember it had that Penny Arcade comic. It was like the first time. It was like when people were starting to make fun of Rare for having too many collectibles. Maybe not starting, but it was like during that. It's like the comic was like Fox talking to some tree, and the planet's like, you need to get 10 star fruits and 8 tomatoes. The planet needs tomatoes, and don't forget this. And like Fox is just flipping the tree off at the end, stuff like that.
Yep, sounds about right.
Classic Penny Arcade. That's got to be an ultimate boomer comic now, right? Like, it used to be cool when I was young, so now it has to be the complete opposite of cool.
Yeah, so there are no like young kids. I want to say no, but most young kids would probably have no interest in that whatsoever.
They probably don't like make money from almost anything anymore. Like they made their money selling packs and like the charity thing, probably, right? Like they're probably.
I think so. Yeah, probably.
At this point, it's almost probably more a hobby for them. I'm not sure it does something.
I bet there's like some like auto, like there's probably some revenue coming in that's just like on autopilot at this point. It's probably enough for them. Revan, can I abuse my position to get a shout out for my Forza custom tracks? Yeah. Definitely. I mean, I don't know how to shout him out. Like, that's all you said, Revan, but absolutely.
You did it.
Yes, well done. Dr. Turbo Sus. Hey, boys. Well, obviously not the only factor, it's undeniable that having marketing rights to Call of Duty helped both the Xbox 360 and the PS4 to win, and that's in quotes, their respective generations. What do you expect Microsoft to do to lure those Call of Duty gamers to their side? Exclusive maps, modes, skins, different pricing on microtransactions, early view on the new content drops, and many more come to mind as possibilities, but what could actually be done? I mean,
I don't think it's even a matter of like having exclusive content anymore. I think it's just a matter about being very loud and making Call of Duty very visible with all of their marketing stuff.
Yeah, and you give away a battle pass on Game Pass.
Yeah, Game Pass stuff too. Yep.
You put the battle pass in Game Pass for Warzone, and there you go. That's how you move people. Velocity Prime 1. Good evening to the Boyhios. While hiking this weekend, I slipped and fell flat on my ass, thus rendering a sharp pain whenever I sit down. This situation means that for the past week, I literally have been butthurt. Have you ever actually experienced a euphemism, idiom, or turn of phrase for real?
Well, I have Crohn's, so I have butt hurt a good amount. Not so much lately. Nobody feel bad for me, but yes, my butt would hurt quite a bit. So I've had that a good amount. Whenever I think about sex, I am that Jackie Chan meme. My head is full of fuck. What the fuck are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
My head is full of fuck.
That's not a meme. You made that meme up. That's
no, he goes like this. Oh my god.
That's what that meme is called.
My head is full of fuck. Doesn't he say that? You know what?
What?
Okay, hang on.
No, it's a GIF. It's silent. There's no audio associated with it.
Okay, well that's possible too.
My head is full of.
Yeah, no, my brain is full of fuck. Know your meme. Yeah.
Look, I don't not believe you.
Well, you clearly do not believe me. That's exactly what has happened here.
I've been swayed, but I still don't like it. Like, I'm never going to be on your side, I guess is what I'm saying.
That's fair. That's fair. Year 2009, so...
Wow, that's ancient.
Yes, absolutely. New Age Retro Hippie added that one in 2009. So.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was back when, like, memes had to actually be line art for some reason.
Right.
Like it was Neil deGrasse Tyson doing his like this thing. Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That was a weird time for the memes.
No, I want everyone in chat to acknowledge that I was right and be quiet now. There you go. Not that this at all makes sense now. Oh yeah, my head is full of fuck. Okay, it's a bad podcast. I don't know why you people are here.
Basically, what I learned is that's the face you make when you have sex. Good to know.
Yes, exactly. Let me get back here. Screaming Turbo Madden, Happy Friday, Jeff Grubbs on Castlevania's Wall Chicken, and Mike, Rouge the Bat's fried chicken crush Minotti.
No.
As I've played
I can
and
just
watched...
smell that. That's why I don't like it. I can just smell. It's like that meme going around with that girl screaming at that guy. I can just smell her like her like stanky gin, natty light breath as whenever I see that picture, and I just can't deal with it. I've been there. I don't want it.
Yeah, Rouge the Bat's always drunk. That's definitely true.
Yes, absolutely.
As I've played and watched streams for Rumbleverse, I can't help but get in the mood to eat a bunch of chicken. Has a game ever gotten you to crave a food because you eat that food in game? Yeah, sure. I mean, I think there's been some games where like I've seen like a big bowl of ramen or something, and I'm like, oh, well, I definitely want that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Not so much games. The big one for me was that movie, The Founder, about Ray Kroc from McDonald's.
Yeah.
It was mostly about how McDonald's is bad. I never craved a McDonald's cheeseburger harder in my life. I went to McDonald's for the first time in years after that. I was like, I need a hamburger.
That's a good movie though, for sure.
Yeah. Maybe playing Yo Noid gets me craving some Domino's. That's not true, but I could say it if it's funny.
Yeah, definitely. You could say it. You could just say things on this podcast.
I could just say things. No one can prove I'm lying.
Yeah, it's a safe space unless you try to say your head is full of fuck, in which case you will be attacked.
Yes, and rightfully so.
All right, that does it for the questions from the community on Discord. Did we get any more super chats?
I think we got one more here. Low Religion says that Tom Henderson is saying that Death Stranding's getting announced tomorrow.
Oh, sure. Okay, cool. Well, then maybe he's editing a trailer for something else, or maybe the trailer will show up here, not at Gamescom. Who knows?
We'll see. Maybe the trailer's going to be something real weird.
Yeah.
Really weird and personal.
Yeah. Be like
maybe he's going to announce his first retirement. He'll become
that
the
would
next Miyazaki. Like he won't retire.
Yes, but he will say video games were a mistake. Absolutely.
Yes, he'll say video games were a mistake. Maybe he'll say no. He would never say movies are a mistake. He clearly makes movies more than video games. He would never say that. I like what he's just like tweeting random things, like not even opinions about movies. Like he tweeted the other day, "I am watching Venom 2. Let there be carnage." Like, okay, have fun.
You do your thing. Does he have like a big movie theater in his house? You think?
Oh yes. I mean, I have no proof, Jeff. I've never been more sure of something without proofs in my life than that he has some kind of a theater room.
Yep. Any other super chats, or were you ready to get to the games?
Super chats. If you guys want to squeeze any more in, we will read them here. But I guess we just got to talk about what games we've been playing now, huh?
I've been playing Fortnite.
Yeah, me too. I've been doing the Fortnite thing. We played a little bit together.
Yep.
We got our one win. That was for some people allege that we may have been playing against bots. I say to them, prove it, and they haven't.
I think there might be some bots in these matches. The people that we're beating at the end are not bots. They are clearly not bots in those the last half of the match. Yeah.
Maybe other newbies, but still, we'll take that. But yeah, I mean, I haven't played since they added no build mode, and I was kind of curious. And then, the Dragon Ball Z thing, just everybody else was getting into it. It felt like a fun excuse too.
Yeah.
And I will say, Jeff, they've done a very good job just turning this game into a platform where as soon as you have the slightest interest in it, the game gives you a million reasons to keep playing. Yep. And it's like, oh, well, now I can I can unlock Indiana Jones if I do this, and I can get this Dragon Ball Z thing if I do that, and I'm constantly leveling up. The battle pass is constantly giving you new stuff. They've figured it out, haven't they?
Yes, they really have, and it's it's a cool hangout game, but it is also just a cool game to go do tasks again. It is fun to okay, I am going to just do these Indiana Jones things. I'm going to go push a boulder or whatever. And it's not, none of these things were very hard. I had to go back and do that thing that I was doing when I was with you, where you to open up the temple. It didn't register for me when we did it together.
Yeah, because you probably haven't unlocked that one yet. That was fun though.
Yes.
We went that temple and the boulder rolled out and they played the music and stuff.
Yes, and you're like, oh, it must have already went, and then I ran out and the boulder killed me. Of course,
I liked when the boulder killed you. That made
I thought you enjoyed that. Then I'm like, I'm probably not gonna play this game by myself. And then I'm like, well, I want to unlock Indiana Jones. I could just go do those missions and then fuck it. Whatever happens with the game. But then I go do it, I accomplish a few things, and it's like, okay, another thing pops up. But it's like, okay, I can't really do that. That's outside of the circle. I'll just see if I can win this match. And then a couple of times I got close. The last time I definitely did win. It was a good round. I played well. It was fun. It's like a cool game to just spend some time in and check some stuff off a list. When I have 20 minutes here or there, it's probably what I'm going to be turning to for at least a little bit. Although I do want to spend more time with Rumbleverse, so we'll see.
Yeah, I do like Rumbleverse, and I was actually playing that and kind of got sidetracked by all this Fortnite stuff. But I need to go back to Rumbleverse also, which is also very fun. Big battle royale mood again. It's hit me, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to just to have a hangout game, to have games where it's like, oh, I'm playing like, of course, there's Jan or there's Mike. We could just hop in together and start playing. So yeah, it's been great. I don't know. Anything else? I'm still playing Cult of the Lamb. It's still really good. I'm probably gonna beat that here pretty soon. And then there's a couple of games coming up that we'll be able to talk about pretty soon, I think. So
there are,
like Saints Row's coming, things like
Saints
that.
Row, I think isn't Cowabunga Collection at the end of this month finally?
Yeah, there feels like there's another bigger game that I was going to be except whatever. Either way, lots of games happening here pretty soon.
I did finally start Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I finally got through the first hour or so.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think you got to get past that that big anime sequence, and then you'll really know whether or not it's for you or not.
Well, I think I already like it more than 2 by a decent bit. Actually,
yes,
the tone is so much better. Like it's still anime, but 2 was just so jarring how it was a Pixar looking anime, and also oddly sexualized in this kind of quiet way, and it was just so melodramatic. And the bad guys were like Power Rangers bad guys. Here, again, it's anime, but the game's taking itself relatively seriously. Even there's that bathhouse scene or the whatever at the beginning. Even that was actually surprisingly fine. It was more about kind of the fact that it was this unisex bathhouse thing. I was like, oh, this is actually kind of establishing the world and how poor child soldiers, they don't even sex isn't even a part of their lives. It actually made sense in a weird way.
Yeah,
so
it's really well thought out. It's I don't know, and the characters are very easy to root for and get into their headspace, and they have a clear,
Noah's
clear
always
dynamics.
a lot better than Rex. He still has a bit of the JRPG, I'm the most boring character in the group, so I'm the main character, I guess, thing, which a lot of JRPGs have, but at least he's not, I don't know, Rex was just annoying.
Yeah, no one here's annoying, and if they are annoying, they're annoying in a fun way, like Riku, where it's you're just this little weird guy, I love you. So yeah, definitely. I'll be playing more of that. I'll probably be streaming more of it next Monday, depending on whether or not we have other embargoes or whatever popping off. We'll see. I will find some time to stream some Cult of the Lamb before I beat it. So look out for that. I don't know when. I keep wanting to do it, and then things just happen late at night, and it's hard to get back on the computer. But we'll see. Sometime soon. Okay, Mike. Cool. I'm gonna hit the button. We'll get out of here. Where can people find you on the internet?
We got one last super chat real quick from Luke Tone. When do you think a Quake 2 remake will be coming? So excited. I'm not sure, Luke. Hopefully within the year. It seems like it's something that I will get to. That seems like the Quake 1 remake did pretty well, so I don't see why they wouldn't do Quake 2.
I agree. Yeah, for
Remake's not really the word, remaster, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, still. I mean, Night Dive did some good work on Quake 1, so it'll happen eventually.
Well, maybe we should ask him. We'll ask MVG.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he says.
But if you haven't played Power Slave, play that. You can find me at Tokoto on Twitter and Twitch, 90s Disney at 90sdisney.com. We just did an episode about our favorite animatronics, so check that out, please.
I am Jeff Grubb on Twitter. I am Jeff Grubb on Twitch. Come hang out with me when I stream. And then during the day, I'm over at Giant Bomb. Check out my Giant Bomb stuff. Been doing a lot of stuff there, so it's been a little bit harder to stream on my own, but we're really happy with the stuff we're putting out. I will be continuing to play Xenoblade Chronicles on Mondays, so check that out on Giant Bomb. And then, we'll be streaming after Game Mess Morning every day. So yeah.
Tam tomorrow.
Got Tam tomorall.
Say something about Kuro Kuro for me, will you?
Absolutely, I will. Maybe what I should do is get Kuro Kuro in a complete in box and put it on a chain around my neck. So whenever I hang out with him, I can just wear it as bling.
You'll be like, what's his face with his Pokemon card?
Yes.
That influencer guy.
Yes, and my one true inspiration, Jake Palmer. I can't remember his name.
I tell you what, I've never been more proud of myself for forgetting a person's name. Hey, good for me, I don't know his name.
Fucking Jack.
Something Paul. Logan Paul?
Logan or Jake Paul. One of them, yes.
Jake Paul and Logan Paul, and I don't know what the difference between the two is. I know they're
One's younger.
Well, they're brothers.
Yeah, is that how it works? Just that late of your time?
Yeah, one of them wrestles, and the other one does something else. He does
UFC fights or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not the same person doing the UFC fights and the wrestling? Okay.
I think he might have also done UFC fights, but one definitely does more UFC, one does more wrestling.
Makes sense.
Fuck Logan and Jake Paul. Bye, everybody. I'll see you next time. Batman is dead.
Total his ass. I love Grim Total his ass.